News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Right, so everyone might have already heard that Metro Manila will be shifting to alert level 4 status starting Thursday, September 16. We have Interior Secretary Eduardo Año on the line to tell us more about how this will unfold. Good afternoon, Secretary Año. How is the DILG preparing for this pilot run? I'm sure everyone is busy right now.
Hi, Sean. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to our viewers and listeners. Well, first of all, we've been consulting with our NCR mayors regarding the new shift of policy wherein we're going to pilot test the new community quarantine system. And we are also directing the Philippine National Police to coordinate with the LGUs to ensure that this new system will be implemented without any snag. And making sure also that those areas that will be put under granular lockdown shall be supported by appropriate PNP units and also our barangay officials. This time it's going to be a very strict granular lockdown.
Right, and every time we hear of the words strict lockdown, Secretary Año, we always get asked, right, what kind of assistance will be given to residents that will be affected by these strict granular lockdowns. We understand there will be aid. This is not in cash, but in kind. But is it going to be given away immediately? Is there a schedule? Is there already some sort of guideline around how this will go?
Yes, first of all, these areas will be very small. It could be a household, a number of households, a street, subdivision, a building, or as much as a barangay. And then all apples are actually suspended except few people like, for example, the healthcare workers and other allied health workers, they will be allowed to go out and get in. But we are actually requesting the hospitals to provide accommodation to these healthcare workers, or the LGUs may even provide dormitory so we can prevent the moving in and out of people in the lockdown area. Secondly, those OFWs who have tickets and they are going out of the country, so they'll be allowed to leave. Those OFWs who came in and underwent the required quarantine period by the BOQ will be allowed also to come in. Those residing in the area who were stranded before the declaration of the lockdown will be allowed to come in also, but they will no longer be allowed to get out. And food and essential items will also be allowed, but they have to be brought to the border control points, not directly to the house where the lockdown is ongoing.
Right, we also understand. Thank you for clarifying that and going through that for us, Secretary Año. But we also understand that fully vaccinated residents will be allowed to move around more. Exactly how will they be allowed to move around more, and does this have anything to do with the new level system, the alert level 1, 2, 3, and 4?
The vaccinated and unvaccinated will be treated the same, except in the crowded, closed, and close contact areas and activities, particularly sa indoor dining. The vaccinated people will be allowed to go on indoor dining, 10% for the alert level 4. For outdoor dining, it will be 30% regardless of the vaccination status. The same with observing religious services and also personal care services. No? So 10% will be allowed to operate and to cater to vaccinated people, provided also that the crew, the staff are also fully vaccinated. For those unvaccinated, they can be accorded on outdoor areas, no, together with the religious and the personal care services.
Right. So just to drill down a bit more closely on the religious issues, sir, can you clarify the rules for religious gatherings under Alert Level 4?
For alert level 4, there are what you call the negative list. These areas are not allowed under alert level 4. The alert level 4 is almost similar to GCQ with higher restrictions. So, for example, indoor tourist attractions like libraries, archives, museums, indoor venues for meetings like mines, indoor entertainment venues, outdoor and indoor amusement parks or theme parks, recreational venues such as internet cafe, billiard halls, amusement arcades, indoor limited face-to-face face or in-person classes, social events, indoor sports courts or venues, contact sports, personal care services like medical, aesthetics clinics, cosmetic, or derma clinics, staycations. They're in the negative list, so they're not allowed, except for those that are mentioned in the close, crowded, and close contact. Specifically, these are the indoor and outdoor dining, the religious services, and the personal care services. For alert level 3, mas maluwag tayo dyan, no? Allowing 30% seating capacity for all in the negative list. And in alert level 2, that will be about 50%. But the one good thing here in the new alert system, all economic activities, as long as you're not in the negative list, will be allowed to operate even up to 100% seating capacity for workforce.
All right, Secretary Anyo, I'll just go back a bit into what we were talking about later, because we heard that non-essential workers who leave their homes during granular lockdown, if their area is strict, once they leave their homes, is it true that they won't be allowed to return until after that specific or specified lockdown is over?
Yes. The granular lockdown will last for 14 days. The uppers living inside the granular lockdown will not be allowed to leave. Or they can leave, but they cannot go back anymore until after the termination of the granular lockdown, except for those exemptions that I've mentioned a while ago.
Right. All right. Clear, sir. So if you go out and your area is under granular lockdown, well, you just better go back after the lockdown period is over. But in terms of penalties or charges or fees, will these be imposed on lockdown violators this time around?
We will apply the same existing ordinances, laws, and health protocols and omnibus guidelines. And of course, with this new kind of community quarantine protocols, we are encouraging our LGUs to come up with appropriate resolutions and ordinances that would support the new community quarantine system.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, just one quick question on another topic. Secretary Anyo, do you agree with President Duterte's order that is actually requiring cabinet members to seek clearance before attending any hearings in Senate or Congress?
I think it's one of the what you call that prerogative authority of the president. It happened once during the time of President Gloria Arroyo. So the instruction of the president is, if you are attending any Senate or congressional hearing, at least you have to ask permission you have to ask permission from the president and provide him some background why you are being called into or summoned into a Senate or congressional hearing. But it's his prerogative, and I think it's inherent within his power.
All right. Thank you so much for answering all our queries today and for sharing your time with us. That was the voice of DILG Secretary Eduardo Año on the line. Thank you so much, Sec.
Thank you, Sean, and good afternoon to all of you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. And the health department just reported over 18,000 fresh COVID-19 infections. That has brought the country's caseload to above 2,266,000, some 177,000 cases of which are still active. The virus has killed at least 222 more patients overnight, pushing the death toll to over 35,500. I think that might be a typo that you're seeing on your screens. All right, recoveries now stand at 2,052,000 with more than 20,500 new survivors logged. And out of some 50,000 people recently tested for COVID-19, around 29% yielded positive results. Time to take a quick look now at today's other top stories. The government is eyeing to expand the COVID-19 vaccine rollout to the general adult population by October, once supply stabilizes. President Duterte says the poor will be prioritized once general vaccination kicks off. President Duterte wants all cabinet members to seek his approval first before attending any congressional inquiries. Duterte said he will not allow his officials to attend these hearings just to be harassed or berated. And British rock band Coldplay will be collaborating with international pop sensation BTS for a new single called My Universe. The much-awaited song is set to drop on September 24 as part of Coldplay's upcoming album, Music of the Spheres. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.